It's because I think in the manga, the shit was Naruto getting.
Because if we started a story and you're trying to tell me that we had no arc,
The only
when
reason...
did we get an arc? Why did we get that arc?
I-
And why were we doing apparently jack all
The
until then?
only reason I say that, I could be wrong about this, but...
My God.
What?
But, Ryan, did you see what they did?
Again, that
Wow.
is just stupid.
You mean reset Goofy entirely?
They
literally
reset
just
his
reset
abilities.
Goofy entirely. Like he was a party member that died.
Stupid.
But he did die.
Yeah.
Stupid. Retarded.
But anyway,
Absolutely retarded.
what I was going to say, like I said, people in other anime, the reason they get angry when they break their rules, it's because they start doing it consistently. Again, another good example, and this was like the biggest holy shit moment in One Piece, because and this is why I'm not really against something breaking its rules, because if you do it right, that can create a real oh shit moment. In One Piece, I brought this up before, Blackbeard ends up getting Whitebeard's devil fruit, and it was established before...
Okay, yeah, I don't really have a problem with it. I have a problem with the fact that when people get mad about it, but then will accept it in their manga. My problem with Hunter x Hunter is that Hunter x Hunter is fucking boring until you get to the Kurapika parts.
Okay, Chimera Ant's amazing, and there's
Look,
that
I'm not
one-
even that far. There's nothing... It should not take me 3 arcs to actually be interested
We
in the
should
plot.
not have to get to season 3 for things to be good.
Because
But
until
If
York
season
Shin,
1 and
nothing
season 2
nothing
are
exciting
shit,
wait,
it's
happens
shit.
until York Shin.
the Zoldyck family arc was before the...
Yeah?
That arc is amazing.
Hey, look, if I had read...
That is an arc about Kurapika talking to his dad,
Hey,
and they
look.
made it compelling.
Hey,
Not
look.
Kurapika,
Hey, look.
Killua.
Hey, look. I didn't care about that arc.
How dare you?
I didn't care about Killua.
How dare you?
I still don't really care about Killua. He's slightly better, which now makes him 10 tiers above Gon, because I could care less if Gon dropped dead. Unfortunately, he's apparently the main character,
Hey, when you get to that one...
despite being cardboard.
Hey, when you get to that one...
I could care less if Golden dropped dead. Unfortunately, he's the main character.
Hey, when you get to that one moment that's in...
I don't care about that moment. I know what you're talking about. I don't care.
Welcome indeed.
Well,
Welcome indeed.
I literally could care less about that character. His morality is a fucking roulette wheel, and I cannot get a read on him.
The organization.
I don't care for him.
You don't know when to quit.
that's kind of the point, though.
That's my problem. Is I don't care if that's the point. That's not clever. He's not fun. It is not enjoyable character.
Dragoons! Look at
He's not interesting. He's devoid of any
look at Beast's body
personality.
and the nobody.
He's just there. I don't like cardboard characters.
And then we have Black Clover.
Also really
Just
good.
fuck Black Clover.
Okay,
I
that...
literally
Was that a
cannot.
joke?
I
No.
cannot read that manga.
Was that a joke?
No, I like Black
Was that a
Clover.
joke?
No, it wasn't.
Was a joke?
I cannot read that manga. Like literally, just cannot.
Let me tell you something.
I've
Let me tell you something.
The anime is
I
being
have
stripped.
a lot of problems with anime, or with anime cliches. I guess is the best way to put it. Because I look at things, and when the Bishonen character comes on, I'm like, ugh. When the Lolly character comes on, I'm like, ugh. Because it's just all to me. One of the biggest things that I'm just about right now is apparently the fact that our main character has to randomly grope female characters just for the hell of it.
That's not a thing though.
In what?
Ryan, I already told you that wasn't a thing.
Was that not a thing in that anime?
No, it's not, because that went deeper than we thought it did.
No, not that anime.
Oh, wait, we're not talking about Seven
no,
Deadly Sins?
I'm talking about Black Clover.
Which one? Wait, he randomly gropes women?
No, he doesn't!
Yeah, he doesn't.
Oh, okay.
No, he just molests a nun.
No! No, okay, hold on.
Not like molest. He just goes and proposes to her.
No, Black...
Every day.
The
Gets his ass kicked.
main character of Black Clover is in love with a nun that is not allowed to date.
Okay.
And
Look,
Well,
so
yeah,
his
okay,
joke-
because she's a fucking nun.
okay, hold on. Let's talk.
Exactly.
Okay, we gotta go on the shonen.
Let me put it this way.
He-
I don't like the fusion of Naruto and Meliodas.
Huh.
That's what I look at when I look at Black Clover. I don't like the fusion of Naruto and Meliodas.
that
As
anime,
far as I'm concerned, that's what he is.
He does kind of look like that aesthetically.
that
No,
anime has been
Personality-wise, he is literally the fusion of Naruto and Meliodas.
He gets better about that.
But that's just it. Naruto is fine. My problem is Asta.
Asta's fine.
I like Naruto. I don't like fake Naruto.
I think Asta's fine.
Oh!
I don't like Asta. I don't get why his friend exists. Because his friend is just, you know, off-brand Sasuke. He is Walmart. He's a
Dollar
great
Tree Sasuke.
Dollar Tree Sasuke. I don't like Dollar Tree Naruto. I don't like that manga. I cannot read it. I tried twice. Actually, I think I tried 3 times. I can't do it.
Hey,
Got
the,
this Dollar Tree Naruto and Sasuke up in here.
the anime has been, at least in my opinion, pretty
Why
good.
am I gonna watch the anime?
Oh!
It literally is more of what
That's all I
don't
gotta say
like.
about the anime.
Damn it.
That's all I gotta say about the anime.
Because the
Oh!
anime's better.
That means, like,
Look, Hunter x Hunter had a better anime than its manga, but it still didn't make me have. It didn't fix my problems. It just made it easier to read because Hunter x Hunter's manga is just trash manga. Not because of the story, but because the drawings, the writing is just like walls of dialogue, and it's just, you know, the thing about manga is manga shouldn't just be walls of dialogue. If I wanted walls of dialogue, I would just read a book. And that's what Hunter x Hunter is. It's a book with pictures.
Well, that's
You-
what manga
which
is.
is,
a
no,
book
no,
with
there's a
pictures.
fundamental difference that Hunter x Hunter doesn't get. Also, I don't like watching things that just aren't gonna end. Because the writer just doesn't want to write it.
Apparently it came back.
Black Clover has been a crazy trip, though.
I cannot read it. I tried twice, I made it past Zabuza, and I was done.
Well, I'm loving the anime.
Some people do, and I'm sure it does something that, you know, is different, but I just can't stand it to get that far. I gave it 2 to 3 chances.
They took the anime in just a weird.
You know what anime took shonen in a weird direction?
Alright.
Seraph of the End. It's basically what I would have wanted Black Clover to be.
I thought you were going to say JoJo there for a minute.
JoJo is JoJo. JoJo is amazing.
It is.
But I don't even like this. I don't even like lumping it in with Just come on.
That damage, man.
I know.
That demise.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong.
The anime
hit.
for Black Clover has been, in my opinion, pretty good.
I don't like it. I can't stand it. It is literal. The manga is
Again,
obnoxious.
all I gotta say is,
Okay, I want to know, like, how do you...
Okay, in English, speaking of terrible anti-form,
well, I mean, in English, there's a lot of things. 'Cause, I mean, like I tell everybody else, I have an issue with English dub in the first place, and everybody's like, "Why?" And I was like, "There's some things you can watch in English, and there's other things that I just prefer that you just sit there and you just watch the Japanese and you read subtitles." Because as far as I'm concerned, there are little character personalities that just get destroyed because English voice actors just speak their lines.
it really depends on the.
For example, Von Strium from Part 2. His character is just completely destroyed because his English voice actor does not know how to make him Von Strium.
But then we have cases like Fooly Cooly.
The crazy thing...
What?
Why are you impervious to magic?
The crazy thing...
Because he's hard. He's got that hard shell.
Shouldn't that mean it's immune to
Any
physical
opinions on
attacks,
the
then?
second and third season of Fooly Cooly because that actually happened?
Damn it.
Where's your guard, man?
It was.
Oh, just reflect spam. That's how you beat them.
Fooly Cooly Progressive and Fooly Cooly Alternative happened.
seasons were weird. I was going to say the weird thing about Fooly Cooley is the one woman in that Hanukkah. When you listen to her in English and Japanese, they both sound like they have this weird accent, making it sound like it's the same woman. It's not.
The Black Clover anime has been a crazy trip because
I cannot say enough. I cannot stand it.
That's I was going to ask, how is the manga annoying? Because I would have expected someone to say the anime was annoying because everyone hated Asta's voice in Japanese.
Every character literally just yells all the time. All of the dialogue boxes are filled in this weird panel to make it seem like everyone's just yelling. And it's obnoxious. Everyone's just like way too high energy. I just feel like it just takes from every other shonen anime. And then it's just like, hey, look. And I can only assume at some point it does something different to earn its popularity. But I mean, I feel like I have to make it to that
Not
point.
entirely, but I'm going to use the analogy that someone who said the anime and manga are better than people think they are, where the way that this guy put it, which is kind of what made it popular, he's like, you look at it and you think, oh, it's like generically shonen, so you're like, what's the good here? And he's like, they are kind of so self-aware about everything, where, especially like the better episodes of the anime, where he said it's like non-stop kind of the best parts of shonen, where they just roll with these every time they introduce a new kind of villain and new people to fight, they just up the ante exponentially. They're just always adding to this.
And
You're not.
Do I hear power creep?
actually, I was going to bring that up. That's another good thing. At least right now in the anime, it has avoided power creep.
Do I hear power creep?
Look,
No,
stop.
see,
Look,
no, look.
hey,
This is
look,
shonen anime.
Look,
We can't slow power creep
Look.
down. We can't stop power creep.
Please calm down.
We will power creep.
look,
This
Yes.
is shonen anime.
look.
Yes.
That's not my problem. I just physically cannot read the manga.
Mm-hmm.
Like it like completely repulses me. I don't care what
He
happens.
took it?
I don't care about any of the
Sure, you can
characters.
find another
I just
release.
can't read it.
And
I don't care about the power creep. I think Bleach would have been fine if Takuma hadn't dropped the fucking ball.
It's not like she stole it.
And to talk about Black Clover and power creep for a minute, because
You don't have to apologize.
this was a point in that video of a guy saying how it's a little bit better. Asta has the anti-magic sword, meaning technically the most powerful thing in this universe belongs to our main character. So technically, he is semantically more powerful than everyone. So the way that they up the ante and the way things keep interesting, for his anti-magic sword to work, he has to, hit magic or hit his opponent. So more powerful people, the battles start to escalate to a point where you have people with magic where they are staying away, or it's magic
Hey,
he
look.
can't fight off, and it does this very interesting thing.
You can't mean that.
He actually does. They do have to think tactically, which is funny because you think anti-magic sword, all he has to do is clobber his opponent on the head, and the battle would be over. But
The beast rose back.
the battles are actually also trying to figure out, how do I reach this guy who is teleporting around and moving faster than I can possibly move?
Hey, look.
Hey.
That doesn't.
Hey, you want me to
Yeah.
tell you
I'm
something?
just saying it's
you want me
interesting.
to tell you something interesting?
Hmm.
I'll tell you something interesting. What's interesting is the idea that you have a character that is so overpowered that he's bored. He doesn't have anything to do. He has absolutely no inspiration. He has absolutely no ambition. He is motivated towards nothing.
One Punch Man
Because
is
he
an
sits
outlier
there.
here.
Because he sits there and he absolutely just wins. The only time this man has a speck of life, or like a flame of hope in his life, is when there's something that he thinks he cannot do. and that if anything, this man was on a suicidal path towards nothingness and pointlessness within life until he got friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, One Punch Man is kind of an outlier.
Why is that? Why is that an outlier?
Because it was...
It is shonen anime, and it is good. Why? Because it does something interesting.
Because it's a parody.
Hey, look.
No,
look,
because it does
Hey,
something interesting.
Look.
Leave me alone.
My problem.
There's nothing interesting about having a character that has OP utensils and basically doesn't know how to fucking
Hey,
use them.
look. We can talk
Don't
about
you know
fight
what that meant to us?
choreography. We can
You
talk
gave us
about
all
power
courage.
scaling.
Hmm.
But at the end of the
Maybe you should
day,
have kept some
if
for
your
yourself.
characters literally annoy me to the point that I don't
mean, are you
want to
really gonna
read,
throw your happiness away?
I won't read.
Mm-hmm.
The rose is your only hope.
Because
isn't
at the end, at the end of the day, all I see in
Well,
Asta
it's
is,
the only hope
Dollar
for
Tree
Cogsworth and the others,
Naruto,
too.
and all I see is another dude
So
is
don't
Dollar
throw away
Tree
your last
Sasuke.
chance. Remember what it was like.
And so that's why I don't like it.
Here?
And both times I tried it, all I saw was that we then fought
Not now.
Dollar Tree Zabuza.
I know one thing.
And then I was like, nope, I can't do it.
To me.
Hunter x Hunter, I actually stuck
Will
through.
Never be welcome here.
And my problem with Hunter x Hunter is it takes too long to get started, and I still don't care about half the 70. I only care about 25% of the characters.
Okay, we got the good Keyblade of this world. Time to go.
At popular strategy. Oh wow, it doesn't have any magic.
But it's 5 string. I believe that is the first 5 we've gotten.
It's the first 5, but it has no magic. It's a good.
Correct. Which means that in reality, it still has only 5 points allocated.
Yep.
Anyway. I forgot this where he is.
It looks at you in the corner. Oh, Sean, remember me?
That is all of the note.
Remember me, Sean?
Oh, so we're doing it.
You mean Sean's gonna likely die and give up on these again?
Well, this is...
Yeah, get the Marluxia laugh in there.
This is probably...
May I remind the audience, and I'm likely going to leave it in because it was hilarious, one of his losses to Lark Scene, he walked in and died.
Oh god. Oh god,
This is still...
that was something. That was the thing that happened. Literally started to fight and died.
Have you tried...
Now, 7 Deadly Sins, though. That's a good shonen anime. And it's even slick. Because it's this plot points right in front of you. And you don't even know it. Until apparently you read the wiki. Spoil it. And you're like, what? And then you
Nani?
tell Brian about it. And Brian looks at you and says, you shouldn't have read that.
Nani?
But I feel if you have to go and get, like, go to outside external sources to
No!
get your...
No, you did.
No.
No!
He found
the
out
anime-
something.
Oh, he
that
found
is-
out
yeah,
the
he
information.
found out something that he shouldn't have known.
No. Brian looked at me when I told him. He was like, you shouldn't have read that.
Exactly.
No,
He
Kurt,
should. He should not have read that. Like, it was worse than what I read.
you misunderstand.
Oh.
Because what I read was just something I already knew that was going to happen because Sean at one point told me that it was going to happen. He just didn't tell me who. And then I found out who, and I was like, what?
It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, because we were talking about it, do you think Hunter x Hunter starts off bad and only ends up good later, or do you think it starts off pretty good and ends up way better later? While Sean and Brian can have their opinions, I generally think both the manga and the anime start off incredibly well if you get the point, but this goes back to that topic from the last video. Me and Carson think Hunter x Hunter is a decent subversion manga and anime, subverting and flipping tropes in a way that at the time was somewhat unique, but based on other anime and manga of today might not be the most unique thing anymore, but I still do not think it starts off as bad as Sean thinks it does. And I personally thought the early arcs were pretty incredible for what they were worth, and I think the anime and the manga only get better. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I don't think it's the garbage that Sean seems to think it is. Brian was more on the fence and was just making general opinions, not directly related to Hunter x Hunter, but I really do think people are a little bit too hard on it, but at this point I'm rambling. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All my social media links, as well as my Discord link, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I will see you all next time, so good night, everybody.